Hey, everybody. Playing around here a little bit with the stuff we're doing for the Muppet Show. I'm going to share that with you guys in just a little bit here and talk to everybody today. Preston left my iPad running here so I can keep a chat going for me while he's out. Great to see everybody in here starting out. Going to have a little fun tonight, just chat before the This and That guys go at 9. And then, of course, Nick, Magic News Live, is going tonight from Epcot. So we're going to send everybody over to him for a little while after me. Just going to talk for a little bit with the chat and have a little fun tonight, trying to kill out some time on a Wednesday evening. Like I said, we're talking about the Muppet Show. I've got the release for that, and I'm going to talk to everybody about that and share that in just a little bit. So I see the Do Philly Crew's in here. Samantha Lowe is in here. Joy S., Tina McNeil, Ryan McDowell, Rob Fuzz, the smooth sounds of Rob Fuzz. Good to see you guys here tonight. Just hanging out. Muppet Show coming up is going to be an exciting and fun Sunday night. We're looking forward to doing that and to recognize the community and for what it's all about and where it's going. I'm going to give you a little bit of the ins and outs tonight as we sit and talk for a few minutes for the 11 watching and those that join later. So good things going on in our world. Josh and Jenna with Resort TV 1 hitting 100,000. You got Corey Meets World hitting 25K. You've got the two guys from This and That hitting 2,000 this week in Steve's World and Zippy Doodad, who was my guest this past Sunday. Steamboat Disney, welcome in. Thank you for coming in. We're excited about that. We had a great time with Zip on Sunday night. We actually made him blush a couple times. He actually took the fifth on a couple of the questions, which was crazy. Didn't know that was going to happen. I thought he would be all in and talking about everything, but he did take the fifth. And if you haven't seen the show with Zip yet, I would highly encourage you to go back and to check that out. Minnesota Martha, good to see you in here. Thank you for dropping in. So we're excited about all that. Tomorrow night, we've got the NFL football show. That's going to be a lot of fun. We've got two great guests coming in to join us and talk a little bit of the NFL. I know a big topic will be the Redskins and their logo change, along with other news stories that are going on for that time. So we've got two creators coming in this week for the NFL show. And that is, I got to pull it up real quick here because all of my stuff runs together with all the programming we're doing. This week, we've got The Adventures of Gonzo, which we're excited about that, to talk with him. And we've got the smooth sounds of Rob Fuzz. And then I've got a great surprise guest coming in. So it's going to be fun. Super Disney fan, welcome in. Michelle the Quilter, great to see you. Hello, everyone. So exciting for this week. Yes, saw all of your streams. Thank you very much. Zip was great. He was phenomenal. So this week, Rob Fuzz got a great channel. Check him out. And The Adventures of Gonzo will be on with us tomorrow night, Thursday night, 9 o'clock on the NFL show for an hour talking a little bit of football. And then, of course, this coming Sunday night, we are going to be interviewing the great and one and only Mouse Talk Walt. Disney Commons, great to see you. Avery, the Cuban American, great to see you. We got a lot of good stuff going on with this week. We're going to interview Walt. If anybody wants to send me questions for Walt that they want to ask him that are off the wall, I will gladly be taking those questions as we go through. So please send them either to my email, to my Instagram, or to my Twitter. And we're going to go and talk with Walt and ask him some ridiculous questions and have fun with him. This Muppet thing that's going on is exciting. For those who are wondering how it came about and what's going on with it, and I'll show this video, which I'm going to be sending out on social media later tonight. The thing came about because you had a couple things going on. You had Steve's World that did a great show on Muppets just a couple weeks ago, ranking the Muppets in his opinion. And I thought that was really cool. And I was watching that with, as he was going off, and I was actually going on live with Meg, which Magical Meg has a great channel. And, of course, all these channels I'm talking about are on the front of my YouTube page. If you're not familiar with them and you're new to our community, welcome in here. We appreciate you being here. But I had a good time with Meg, and we started talking, and I was saying, wow, how cool would it be if we could take and give everybody a Muppet badge of honor? And really that idea came about because I jokingly asked Josh which one of his moppers would be a great Muppet. Gary B, welcome in. Good to see you, buddy. I just threw out there Fozzie Bear, Stacy Rogers, who's a huge supporter in the community. And Stacy loved it and took it and ran with it. And she ended up changing her picture to Fozzie Bear inside of YouTube here. And I saw her in many different forums talking about it. And every time I saw her, it was Waka Waka. And I just thought, this community is such a great thing. Jonathan Chong, welcome and great to see you. We've got fantastic content all the way around, not just Disney. I mean, Disney is phenomenal, but we've got people doing other things outside of this. And thank you, Mark. Appreciate that. We've got people doing Disney, but doing restaurants and doing reviews and doing not just the parks. We've got phenomenal coverage of the parks. We've got restaurants. We've got people doing sports. We got Dole Whip Dad, my buddy, doing all kind of different things with creativity and creating. We've got Myers and the Mouse doing stuff with crafting. That's just phenomenal. Karen Cook, good to see you. I'm not sure if I said hello to you before. And so we've got so much great going on in our community that we're trying to say, okay, let's recognize. Let's take the time to acknowledge a couple creators and acknowledge some of the people in our community that are supporting, that are out there helping, that are moderators in chats, that are out there retweeting and re-putting things to their Instagram to let people know that we're going live with our shows, that are joining us in the chat and just talking and supporting. So we wanted to find a way to recognize those. And I'll talk about a little bit about who's all involved and how we came about it in just a couple minutes. But I am going to jump over here. And I ask you to bear with me because I don't have producer Preston. And I'm going to pull up the share screen thing real quick. And I'm going to select where I want to go. And hopefully it's all still there. YouTube is there, so it'll only take me a minute to find it. And I'm going to bring this up here and go back to my channel. Bump, bump, bump. And there it is, right there. So I'm going to pull this full screen. And I am going to let you guys, take a listen. I hope that I hooked the music up right and didn't screw this up. Oops, I did screw it up. I'm good at that. Hold on. See, producer Preston, not in the house, and I screwed it up. So let me stop sharing for a second. And let me pause this. I'm trying to figure out how to do it. There we go. I think I got it paused. Almost got it paused. Let me go back here and actually share my screen with you guys the right way and take myself out of the equation. So I apologize. I'm trying to do this on my own with just one hand, which is always fun. Let me share the audio so that I've shared the audio. Got it there. Good. Let me go over here to StreamYard. I'm going to remove myself to the stream. There we go. So I hope you liked the video. I'm sorry about that. Didn't mean to cut everybody out. Trying to do all this on my own. I'm learning as I'm going. So the Muppets is going to be fun. That's one of the videos that we're putting out. I'm trying. It's still not finished. I got to touch it up and put a few more in. But we've got a lot of things going on with the Muppets. We brought together channels within our community. You saw some of them recognized there. The WDW couple, Resort TV 1, Corey Meets World, the 4 Dissonant guys, Myers and the Mouse, Dole Whip Dad, who are going to be doing it with me, are doing it. We've got Meg, Magical Meg. We got Magical News Live, Nick. We've got Triple P. So we've got a lot of channels in our community that are giving us feedback, okay? Feedback for what we're going to be doing in selecting these Muppets. So how we're going to be selecting it, Make It Blue Disney, welcome in. A Disney Adventure, great to see you. Captain Akron came in, thank you. Apologize again for the technical difficulties as I'm trying to work through this and do it all on my own. We're going to be picking Muppets, and we are going to be selecting these Muppets based on the fact of who, my dogs are going crazy here too. They're not happy with how I've handled everything tonight on the technical stuff either, so they're letting me know about it. We are going to be selecting people with different badges. We're going to have criteria for those badges, and we'll be covering a lot more of that when we start on Sunday night. The key thing to take from this is members of the community, in our community. Hey, Sandy Pandy, welcome in. Good to see you. Duke Philly crew, great to see you guys. I know you were here early. We've got members of our community, whether they're the creators in our community, that want to take the time to recognize some other creators for being really good at what they're doing and how they're handling it. And we want to recognize people in our community that are doing a lot to support the community. So now the key with that is there's only 30 Muppets, okay? So there's going to be 30 recognitions on Sunday night, 6 o'clock on my channel. I'm lucky and humble that these other channels are allowing me to stream it on my channel. I'm very grateful and humble for that. And, you know, I'm going to ask everybody on Sunday to please make sure you're following those channels. So, hey, Mike Wheeler, good to see you. You know, we're going to be doing this on Sunday, and it's going to be an ongoing series. I think we're probably going to be making an announcement Sunday night that probably in a couple months, like around the December timeframe, we're going to do another set of badges to keep acknowledging and recognizing people in the community and keep it fun. Here's the cool thing. It's really great. So with 30 of you in here right now, I appreciate you hitting that like button if you're here, and if you're new, subscribing so you know when we're going crazy or when I'm making a mess with technology. The great thing is that we're going to do with this is at the end of it, we are going to send people a nice little acknowledgement in the mail. We're not sure what that is. I'm still working on that as we speak, whether it's going to be a pin or a button or a magnet. Marshmallow Man, good to see you, buddy. Welcome in. We're not sure what that's going to be. I'm still working on that with the other people and getting their input, and we're going to find something that's going to be great. But we're going to send everybody, all the recipients, and I say recipients as the key word. We're going to send them all a letter in the mail and their acknowledgments so they have for their home or to take with them to Disney that they can be recognized. But producer Preston is in the process of making a single page sheet, which is going to be really cool. And I don't have it. I haven't shown it to the other people yet, so I'm holding off on sharing that. But all right, I'm back again. I'm sorry about that. It's been a mess here today. I apologize. Preston took this whole, everything I had apart, pulled computers out of here, didn't put things plugged fully back in, and I'm going to wring his neck when he gets home. But we're having fun and I'm making a mess. So you know what? That's the story of my life. With 35 watching, I'm used to having only 5 watching in my house as I'm making a mess. Tonight I got 31. So I thank you all for sticking around as I've done this. LSU mom, welcome in. Rachel loves Disney. The great thing is we're going to do this, send a JPEG to the winners for each of the specific Muppets as a little thank you that you can take and post on your Instagram or put on your Facebook. Just save it for your own thing. Joey's World, great to see you. So we're pulling this thing together. The key of everything is that you should take from this and talking about the Muppets and being on is, one, there's going to be recipients because everybody in our community, I feel, is a winner. Is there going to be some people that might not get a badge that day that could? Yes, absolutely, because there's only 30. But I guarantee you, if you're in the community and you're doing stuff, this over time, we will be recognizing everybody. And I hope that everybody takes from this that this community is a great thing. What 35 are you going to find out right now is what I told Resort TV 1 today, because I was going back and forth with Josh and Jen on the live stream, and that is that I went to my surgeon today and I got an all clear, and I don't have to have any more surgeries, which is fantastic. So my health is improving slowly but surely. I am I got cleared also to start learning how to walk again with prosthesis, and some big things hopefully are coming on that front. So I'm excited about that. But for those who have been watching me know that I listened to Preston played many a times in my hospital room the live shows from Corey, Resort TV 1, this and that on a consistent basis. And I truly believe that it was my hearing this community that helped me get through. And there's so many amazing people here. So we're going to try to make this an ongoing series. I hope everybody sees in it what we're seeing in it, which is the opportunity for recognition, to have a little fun Sunday night. It's going to be a huge show. Everybody's been promoting it all week. And I can tell you, the great thing is that I'm seeing a lot of names in here right now that I know have already been brought to the forefront for how we're selecting the winners. And it will not be a popularity contest. Stop cutting the onions, but it's great news to hear. Thanks, Mike. It's not a popularity contest. It's really taking the time to think about those who are loyal and who are supporting channels for their and doing it at free because they like the channels and because they like. And that's the other thing too that's pretty cool about our community is all those channels that you saw there that are working part of this. Nobody's interested in sub for sub or any of that type of thing. Everybody's interested in just putting out good content, and they want people to be here and watching their channels because they do a great job. And you know what? I'll be the first to tell you, they do a great job. You know, I follow every one of them that I'm watching or that's part of this. I follow, and I'm excited to follow, and I consider them friends. And this is a great thing. So we're really, really happy about that. So 36 watching. I appreciate everybody being here. If anybody has any questions for me that want to throw out, you can throw me out some crazy questions if you like. I'll be glad to answer. I appreciate the hearts in the chat and everybody doing that. I really appreciate everybody working through. I got to get Preston to help me put this place back together when he gets home tonight so we don't have a mess tomorrow. Could you guys imagine if I had Kelly and Jeff on here and all that was going on? Oh, my Lord, I could never hear the end of it from those two, much less my Steeler buddies that are out there, Diz Our Dream and Triple P and so many others that would love to have a little fun with me for making a mess. So, yeah, it is good news. Tina, on the bunk bed situation, I am a bottom person now. I would have been a top before when I had all my extremities. Now I'd say it's best for me to be on the bottom of the bunk bed. So Joey's World say, hey, Tina McNeil, hey, would you be the Kermit, the heart and soul of watching the community? You know, Tina McNeil does a great job, as do you, Joey, as do many people in this chat tonight. 38 of you guys were hanging out here watching with me as we talk for a little bit here. And I'm probably not going to go the full hour. I just kind of wanted to try to do something on Wednesday nights a little bit to help my watch hours. One, just being transparent because that's the type of person I am. And secondly, to be kind of like in the middle between doing when This and That is on. Now, I can tell everybody, if my buddy Magical News Live starts live streaming every Wednesday as a day that he likes to do it, then I'm going to back off on Wednesdays because, Magical News Live has a great channel. And that kid, he is wise behind his years, or beyond his years, I guess is the best way to say it properly. And I'm definitely cheering for him. So, no, you, Pete, Josh, Steve, Donna, any of those would be perfect. Well, look, I appreciate that. We will figure that out. I will be working with whoever, with Kelly and Steve and Jeff and taking in the advice and feedback from all channels involved to make sure that we put together the most accurate and correct list that we can. And that's important to us. Because really, I mean, honestly, here's the thing. Everybody's important. Even if you're not writing in the chat, you're just sitting watching Ninja. Well, you're important too. Every subscriber to every channel is valued and important. And I know from the people that I talk about, that is the flat truth. So at Joey's World, I think Josh for Kermit. Not a bad idea. He's our community leader, and Kermit is the Muppets. The great thing about Josh and Jenna, that's to me, and again, it shows the class of those two that I've spoke about many times, is when I brought this to them, it would have been real easy for them to say, I don't want to do that idea. You guys do it, have fun with it. But, because they're the big player. Them, WDW couple, Corey, they're all pretty big players in the amount of followers they have. But they all openly said, hey, I want to get into this. And I want to recognize people in the community. I think this is a great idea. And it just goes to show about the class about all of them. So while I'm the smallest player in the group, and I don't mind being that, because one thing that I learned from all these other channels over the time of watching them. Hey, Isaac Nail, good to see you, buddy. Mike, MY88 NYC, welcome in, buddy. Good to see you. The one thing that I learned from these channels is you want to do this the right way. And the right way is I don't want to buy subscribers. I don't want to get subscribers from other people. I don't want to just go on and ask other channels that are successful to push me out and do that. I want to take my time, keep working hard, let people find my channel, and stay because they like it, which is what I've learned from every one of these partners in this venture that we're doing to recognize people in the community. And that's the way it should be. I want people who want to be here. I should say we as, because I know these channels all feel the same that I do. Everybody wants people to come and check out their content because we're here, we're putting it out. And if you like it, subscribe, stay around, keep coming back. And if you really are interested, then, be active in the chat, be active and talk around, share out when people put out their streams. If you could share it out on Twitter or Instagram or Facebook, that helps them out. And if you really like the creator you're following, hey, it's free and easy without having to spend 1 penny out of your pocket. So that's a great thing. So Kay Atwood, Joey says it's interesting. Everybody's saying hello to Isaac, which is always great to see. I love the Do Philly crews in here. I am talking with them about locking them up on our channel as a guest coming up. I'm working on my fall schedule now, and that I will be working to bring them on. Tina McNeil says John's maybe Beaker. He's always just fixing stuff and doing what he can, but he doesn't talk much. That is a great comment, Tina. I absolutely love that. That's true. LSU Mom M says that's true, Pete. Channels that take shortcuts don't often succeed. No, they don't. And, I've learned from these people before me. And I've said it many times that I'm standing on the shoulders of greatness in these friends that I have in the community that are helping me, that are kind enough to help me, that are friends outside of this community that I talk to. I talk to 6 or 7 people today within our community on the cell phone, just letting them know what was going on with my doctor stuff beforehand because they were that important to me. Mara Memphis says, just wanted to say, hey. I'm sorry. Disney Comments said, Mara Memphis just wanted to say, hey, your name catches my attention each time. Yes, it's a great name. We love Mara's name, Disney Comments. That's awesome. Joey's World says, Pete, you're 100%. We only want folks who want to be here. If not, why would you even bother doing this? Well, there are people out there that have different plans with their lives, that do things differently, that and take into the negativity. And I'm not going to take into the negativity, and neither are the people that I surround myself with. I truly believe that a good person becomes great because he surrounds himself with great people. And that's what I've tried to do in this community, is surround myself like Joey's World. Heath, Amy, and Joey, and love those guys. Joey's quick as a whip when it comes to sports. He's the one guy that scares me out here in sports trivia that I wouldn't go at. So, and we love Joey and Joey's World, and just amazing. So, but that's what we're working on with what we're doing with this Muppet thing, and I hope you guys all tune in on Sunday night to see what we're doing. I can promise you that I should have producer Preston here, which will make things go along a little bit easier. I won't be making it quite a debacle of everything. Jesse Common says that Pete McDevitt, as a newbie to this community, I want to say that I've enjoyed getting to know you all each week. Well, you know what? I'm glad you're here with us. One of the things that I've been doing, and correct me if I'm wrong, DC, Disney Commons, I like DC. I think every time I see it, I have to say, hey, DC. You guys found us because I tweeted out to you. Is that correct? Because one of the things that I do, hey, there's Downscale. Welcome in, buddy. Great to see you. One of the things that I've been doing is taking the time to tweet out about the shows that I'm doing and trying to bring more people at Joey's World. Pete and Ryan McDowell for Statler and Waldorf. They are hilarious. Well, yeah, I don't think we're both grumpy old men, but we try to have fun. And I live by my adage that I finish the show with, put a smile on someone's face. I try to do that. So, I've been tweeting out into the community, people that like Disney and people that like football, and saying, hey, come take a look over here. If you don't know about us, we got a great community, a lot of great people, and I think you'd have a lot of fun here because there's so much negativity in the world. If you look at this stuff that just happened recently with Tanya, I may be doing a show with her coming up. We were talking back and forth. I'm just waiting for her to follow back up. We've been playing a little bit of Instagram tag. But the stuff that happened with Tanya was just ridiculous lately. So it's just all about negativity. And that's really, the world needs more positivity. And that's kind of what Walt tried to bring to the world. And I'm just trying to follow what he taught me. So Super Disney Fan says, finding this community a few months back, has been one of the great things from this pandemic. Always great folks around and great content being created all the time. Well, Super Disney Fam, that is awesome. I appreciate that. And that means a lot, because that's what these creators are trying to do. And you bring a lot to the community, just like these other people. And we've got some in the chat here tonight that have been here quite a while. I've been around this community since, I think I started following Josh. It was right around 4,000 subs when they had it. So I've been following for quite a time. I didn't get active in it till about 3 years ago, about 2 years ago. So, but there is so much great stuff, and we haven't even touched the iceberg here. The This and That guys on Wednesday night are bringing great material. You've got LBV TV that's joining us with this venture we're doing with the Muppets. If you didn't see their Cinderella show last night where they interviewed Cinderella, and you have kids, especially if you have kids, they interviewed Mickey Mouse the week before. It is just thinking outside the box, a great way to come up with new content, and that you have a great way to do things there. So again, something new and creative coming to our community. The Viapre Project is starting their session stuff again. They're helping us with this. They're on Tuesday nights. And the great thing with YouTube is you can go back, if you're watching somebody live, you can go back and watch somebody else later. You can try to multitask. Take it from me, I don't think multitasking always works. I made a mess of multitasking today, but it's still pretty cool. So, but we got so many different things each night. Triple P is so great at Legos and so quick at creating and so talented with some of the logos and stuff that he comes up with, and Meg with her painting and making Steve wear makeup and things like that is just unreal. So we have stuff in every night. Rob Fuzz in our community on Friday nights. I highlight him talking about him every Friday night. He has his pub talk, which are great. And then, you look at my partners that I do stuff with, Kelly and Myers and the Mouse doing their creative stuff. Kelly's playing video games with Shep and those guys, doing that stuff on Twitch, which gives people stuff. If you want something outside of the community, you can follow Shep on Twitch and what he's doing. And then, Dole Whip Dad, he's a Dallas fan. Nobody's perfect, right? Just kidding. But Dole Whip Dad, so ingenious in his creator talk and trying to do it. And Dole Whip Dad, yes, Mar's talking about Dole Whip Dad went ballistic. Yes. Jeff, Jeff, I don't think went ballistic, Mar. I think he spoke passionately from his heart about the way he felt. And sometimes that's good for people to do, to get that out there. Joey's World says, okay, folks, got to share Chris and Maria's LBV. are super nice peeps. Last year, they gave us a free ticket for several minor league soccer games just because Joey is such a sports fan. That's awesome. That goes to show to their character. Amy, AJC, welcome in. Great to see you. That goes for such of their character for LBV. So, yes, true, Joey. They're great. LBV is a lot of great. And, again, if you got kids, they've interviewed Muppets over there. I think Kermit the Frog they had. I know they had Cinderella, Mickey Mouse, Anna and Elsa. It's been unbelievable. You got to check it out. They're really good. Mike88 NYC says, Tanya's so sweet. I'm glad she didn't let all that stuff get to her. So am I. I will say I'm unfortunate in the fact that I don't have a relationship with Tanya yet, but I'm hoping that will have it. I'm backing her just out of what's the right thing to do. And the right thing to do for somebody who lied, it's been shown that the person took clips out of content and did it out there. Philly Crew says, we totally agree with you, Pete. Too much negativity in the world. That was terrible about Tanya, and it's her birthday. It is her birthday. I did ask her to come on with me tonight. That's why she said she couldn't. Marguerite Nagy, good to see you. Good to see you. So, yes, she couldn't come on, but I just didn't agree with how that was handled. I don't care. Personally, I agree with Jeff. We are who we are as creators and who we put out here. We want you here because we enjoy making the relationships with you. We've got 35 people in here right now, I think is what I say. That's 35 people that I've met that I am ecstatic to meet. I hope that over time I get to know each person by their first name when they want to share it. Get to know, like Amy is AJC, and I know that's Amy. So I look forward to getting to know every one of these people. I try to respond to every one of my comments that come back in. And if somebody doesn't want to follow me, then that's okay. I want people here that want to be here, that want to have fun, that are for the power of positivity, and that understand the big picture. Okay, everybody, I got into this because of Preston. People know that. Preston asked me, please, Dad, when you come home from the hospital, will you live stream with me and teach me how? And we started doing it. And then, as I told a couple of people today, talking to them, the crazy thing is I really enjoy it now. I've had fun with it, doing this. Do I have the patience to go to the walk around the park? No. God bless all those guys that walk around the park, that we know and follow. My buddy Prince Charming Dev, he does a great job with that and keeping his vlogs out. And Corey and Josh and everybody else, Nick, and now Mouse Talk is doing it. God bless all those guys, because I don't have the patience. Okay, and you know what? I don't have the hands right now. Eventually, I'm going to get a metal hand here, like Terminator. But I enjoy what we're doing here, what we're doing on Sunday nights, getting to know Disney creators that are good people in a totally different way, getting to talk with the chat here on Wednesday nights, which has been fun. And like I said, as long as my buddy Nick doesn't start doing every Wednesday, I will not compete against Nick. I saw he was live tonight. If he does, then I won't be doing this. If he doesn't, then I'll be out here having fun talking to the chat. So Disney Commons says that Pete McDevitt, speaking of Preston, what is his favorite baseball team? And he's excited for opening day. He is ecstatic about opening day. He is a huge Orioles fan and a Nationals fan, and we go to as many games as we can. And yes, he's ecstatic about it starting up. Orange Cone Vlog. I love that name. One of my favorite names out there. Good to see you guys in here. Sue Eilerston. I hope I said it right. Eilerston. Oh, it is tough sometimes. It's great to see you in here, Sue. Welcome in. Thank you for joining us tonight. We're talking a little bit about the Muppets. You're going to be Bionic Pete. Yeah, I did tell my I played the $6 million theme when I went in there the other day to the people that are helping me, and they kind of laughed. So we're working on that. My point is, Mar, I'm just glad to be here. I'm lucky. God gave me a second chance on this earth. So I set a goal of making sure my family and friends, those are my chosen family, which are the people in this community, and my direct family, and that my friends know how much I love them and how grateful I am for them. And that is why I am determined to do anything I can. I'm trying to take being a YouTube enhancer. And I'm no different from Marguerite and Philly Crew and Sue and Joey's World, everybody else that's in here now. I'm no different than you guys. I'm still an enhancer at heart. I'm doing this to show stuff and I'm having fun with it, but I am still an enhancer. And I am determined to see in my lifetime, in the near future, preferably, I'm determined to see the things happen for great people. I want to see Prince Charming Dev hit his 100,000. I want to see WW couple hit their 100,000. I want to see Corey hit his 100,000. I want to see them all get their button. Then I want to help them, just like I want to help Resort TV 1 hit 1 million. I've already made the pact that the first one that hits 1 million in my friends group, when they hit it, I'm going to fly somewhere that time and celebrate them and take them out to dinner, because it will be awesome. Orange Clone Vlogs is not much Disney content yet. Forthcoming videos, especially a very special, never before seen Walt Disney location from his childhood. Orange Clone, when you guys get ready to get that all together, get with me and maybe we can do something where I bring you on and we can talk about it and everything like that. That sounds kind of interesting. I would love to do that. If you're interested, you let me know. That sounds cool. Coming out soon from Orange Clone Vlog. Awesome. Francisco, good to see you. Thank you. But yeah, I want to see these people succeed. And then, I want to see my other partners who are out there in that under 10,000 range hit 10, hit 25, and hit 100. All the this and that guys, Meg, Nick, there's so many of them. I don't want to leave anybody out, but, Mouse Talk, Triple P, the Viapre Project, LBV, these are amazing creators. And more importantly, they're great people. And so I want to see that happen. And I'm excited that God's given me a chance to do that. So that's where my focus is right now. We've got 40 watching here right now. Go for a couple more minutes, and then we'll jump on over. I'm going to ask everybody when we go off here in just a couple minutes to jump over and check out Magical News Live. If you're already a fan of Nick, do me a favor. Tell him that, Pete dropped something. I don't know. Pete dropped his football and sent us over or something. I don't know. Pete doesn't have his producer. He's sending us over. That's a good one. Pete doesn't have his producer. He's sending us over. Let Nick know that you're coming over for us. Give him some love. That kid, I love him to death. He's doing a great job. Class act there. Thank you, M, for doing that. I appreciate that. Putting Nick's channel in there. AJC says Nick is awesome. Let him know that you're coming over to watch and that we sent you over. I'm going to jump over there myself. Pete says Jumbo. Yes, that's true. That is Nick's thing. So everybody go over there. Again, this and that, 9 o'clock tonight, which is going to be a lot of fun. I know they got some big things planned for tonight, so you don't want to miss it. I believe they're doing some food and wine stuff from the tag that I saw. So you want to watch them at 9 o'clock. And again, just real quick, talking about what we've got coming up in the next 2 days, next 3 or 4 days. We've got Thursday night, the NFL Watch Party, 9 o'clock, with my partners, Dole Whip Dad and Myers and the Mouse. Rob Fuzz, The Adventures of Gonzo, will be live with us, plus a surprise guest, which is going to be fun. I always like the surprise guests on Thursday night. We're going to talk for an hour and a half, a little bit of football, a little bit of Disney, a whole lot of celebrating our community, because we're going to talk a little bit about the Muppets as we do that also. And then we pull into this weekend, which we're going to have 6 p.m. on my channel, Sunday night. It is going to be the Muppet Badge of Honor presentations. You're not going to want to miss it. It's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of people have put a lot of time into this, to taking time to thank and recognize people. So Karki says, hey, Pete, saw you on Dev and in the chat of Josh and Jen and Corey. I like your attitude. Well, thank you, Karki. We try to do the right things. What you're seeing, if this is your first time watching me, I can tell you that this is me, and there's a lot of people in here who will verify it. I'm just transparent. This is the way I sent you. So Nick is live at Epcot. Tell him Pete sent you. That's what M says. Brandy and Dave, my good friends. Great to see you guys here. They are part of our Muppet group team that is selecting these people. Nick is a tribute to his parents. They must be awesome people to have raised such a respectful. They are. I've had the luxury of meeting them, so it's very good. So, but again, Sunday night, our Muppet show, we will be selecting those with the 4 of us that night, with the input of so many great channels like I showed you today. I will be the Muppet advertiser. The thumbnail is on my website. You can take a look at it there, or I'll be putting it out on social media. And I'm sure the other channels helping me with this will be putting it out also. And that's at 6 o'clock Sunday night. And then 8 o'clock, Mouse Talk is going into my mousetrap. I've got questions already written for that young gentleman, that we are going to put him in the hot seat and have some fun with Walt from Mouse Talk. Maybe Melissa will jump in. Maybe she won't. I don't know. Who knows what questions I'll have for him. And if you got questions for him, send them to me. Email on my front of my page, Instagram or Twitter. Send them to me, and you'll hear your questions asked to Mouse Talk on Sunday night. Please take the time to follow all those channels that I talk about each week, that go each time. You got Triple P, you got Magical Meg, Steve's World on Monday. Tuesday, you got Viapre, LBV, and Zippity Doodad. Wednesday, you got the This and That crew that goes live at 9 o'clock tonight. Thursday, you have myself going at 9 o'clock. Preceding me is Corey Meets World every week on there. And Living in Diz also goes on Thursdays also. Friday night, Rob Fuzz Live. Then it is Friday Night Live with Resort TV 1. Saturday night, Mouse Talk's out there. Shep's out there Saturday night. It's great viewing, great content all the way around. And then, of course, you got Magical News Live, who's doing a lot each week and got a lot of great stuff coming up. And Brandy and Dave, who have some great podcasts. So you want to check that out, and that's your viewing time. So I'm doing it without a script tonight. Didn't screw that up like I did everything else earlier. If you want to go back and see some good comedy, go back and watch early where I make a mockery of how to do a transmission, but that's okay. And the Lynn Project, thank you, Mar, for bringing that up, is after me on Thursdays, and Lynn has a great show. So thank you, Mar, for reminding me of that. That's why we have friends like Mar to help it out. Sanjay Palmer here. Great to see you, good friend. Glad you're here. Thank you. I wasn't doing so great earlier. I was knocking things over and clicking things out. I'd like to just blame Ryan McDowell, but he wasn't in here that I saw, so I can't blame him tonight. It's usually easy to do. So I'll just blame Carlos, the Disney World freak. It's his fault for what happened tonight, and we'll just go from there. So go see Nick. Say hello. Laurie Carlson, welcome in. Good to see you. Go see Nick. Tell him I sent you over to see him. Join us tomorrow night at 9 for football. If you're not a football lover, come see us Sunday. We're going to have fun with the Muppets at 6 o'clock. We're going to have fun with Walt at 8. Just remember, you all have heard this so many times from me before. The world's a better place when you put a smile on someone's face. I hope my mockery of how to do a transmission at the beginning of this and the chat that we had here today did that just for you. It's made my honor to sit here with you all tonight. I hope you join me every time we come on. And if you like what we're doing, please take the time to hit that like button. And if you're new here, subscribe. As always, the world is a better place today because I got to spend time with you. Have a great night.